It's been quite some time, but you're still.
The world's best gather here. XBL baseball starts now.
It's crushed to the moon, and we're tied.
He picks it up on the second, over to first in time for the double play that ends the inning.
That's gone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Trying to repeat.
It's gone!
And Homer to the pen! This game is over!
Oh! Crushed! Left field! Off the pole!
Domingo Bell! Deep right center field! Carrying! And it's gone!
on, belts to the deep left field. Is this baby gone? A grand slam!
Champions! The AAA World Series is over! What a live shot!
I can't believe my eyes.
The world's best gather here.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another production of the Cross-Platform Baseball League. Tonight, it's the opening night of Season 19, a big one here for us this evening with the triple header kicking off, and we're starting it with the AAA here. Myself, Dwayne, bringing you the play-by-play, and with me on the color commentary, as always, for the AAA's opening night, it's the AAA aficionado, Mystery Man himself. How you doing, Mister? You ready for this one, boy?
I'm ready, man. I mean, this is actually a really great matchup. These are two classic players, opposite styles pretty much. Just killing everybody with these logos. So getting into the keys of the game. So I think I do think Fireball Max is going to have to chill out that running game that Ricks can get going quite often. And you know, not always the best power hitter, not really always on the stick, but you know, he's really kind of a pitcher first. You know, and if we even, where I'm just going to skip to number 3, which is, you know, Roberto Ramos, as we all know, if we're going to speak in hippie lingo, is very far out. You know, and you don't want him to be far out of the ballpark, which unfortunately, I look at a game like this early in the season, but maybe some jitters. And I think, you know, as much as you always want to just walk Roberto, it always, if it's a close game, which I don't know if they'll be close games, but I think they probably will be, you always end up having to pitch to him, which is always not good.
Yeah, I mean, Roberto Ramos is a hard player to have to avoid in a lineup regardless. You're either, like you said, either you're putting him on or you're dealing with his bat. I've dealt with him in scrims as of late. I'm sure everyone else has seen him floating around here. He's always one of the most expensive players in the salary system when you sort by price. So we'll see if that's the case again this season. We'll see what this season brings for Ricks and Max as they kick it off. Two AAA veterans here who both are long in their tooth in their quest for, you know, final glory and getting that championship. So maybe things will kick off on the right foot for them here tonight. What we got to see is, how's it going to happen and how's it going to start out? It's all live. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and grab those players, get them queued up, and bring game one to you. Hang tight, folks. Here we go, folks. Loading into the home of the New York Surf. SMB's great Apple Field, one of the long favorite stadiums, one of those OG stadiums. The Hippies, the away team. And XBL Season 19 is about to kick off.
It's game time at Apple Field. Here we go!
Got the players exchanging some pleasantries. Two of the best logos in the game, I think we'd have to say this season. Wouldn't you say, Mystery Man?
Yeah, I would. And I actually think Apple is even better in SMB 4. So this is going to be a fun one.
Lefty Legend is on the mound for the Surf here in Game 1 with the first pitch of the season. High for a ball. Opening day is underway, folks, in the 19th season of the XBL. We've been doing this thing for about 6 years now. Who's counting?
Oh, meatball.
Yeah, meatball curveball. Kind of snuffed there by Ricks, but hit up the middle anyway for a single, and that's one of those dangerous runners on base for Sade Wonderboy.
Number 24.
Ball inside, lefty legend resets, high curveball, dipping into the zone there for a strike.
I'm seeing a little bit of nerves from a lefty, but I think he'll settle down.
Changeup on the ground, fielder's choice.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Valuable
number
first out,
3,
bringing up Luna Hendricks.
Hendricks.
And look at the stats on this player. Contact versus lefty is an off-speed hitter as well to contend with, and that one's ripped right up the middle, off the glove. It was hit super hard. That runner's rounding third. The throw goes home, not in time. Runner was caught between first and second, decides to go back to first. But there's the first run of XBL Season 19 comes for us quickly here in the first inning. This AAA gauntlet, wouldn't you say, Mystery Man, gonna have 40-plus games in the regular season. You know, and these two starting off are only just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, we're seeing people ranked below 15 that have been in the finals or just of cup or season or something. So it's pretty insane in AAA. This is the most insane AAA I've seen.
I feel like we say that every year, but this year it's definitely coming to fruition. Once again, that runner goes to center field. Caught out there by Max. Throw goes back to first. Runner is safe, and we are going to see Mikasa Ackerman. Decent left fielder here. One of those rare players. Oh, no, excuse me. She does have RBI hero. I was going to say she was traitless for a minute. But it's not engaged. 1-1 pitch popped up, foul. 1-2 pitch off the hands of Cutter, caught out there by Colson, underhanded. We'll wrap that up in the first. We'll go to the bottom half now, and the Hippies will get a chance to pitch.
Yeah, I see that as a victory for the Surf, because that could have gotten ugly based on the first couple at bats and some of the locations. So now Fireball's just got to settle in here.
Max, as we know, moving his team from Miami to New York this season. A lot of the same players, I think, have come along with Roberto Ramos. Maybe some new faces as well. And Max draws a walk to start his campaign. So there's that leadoff runner on for Hugh Mann.
Yeah, and that's going to be key for Fireball, because Ricks is the king of the chase pitch. So Max, if he shows the eye that I know that he can show, this is going to be really rough for Ricks.
He's already worked another hitter's count here, 2-1. Ooh, and that one was right down the pipe. And it's late, kind of surprised him. Works it full, and Hugh Mann's got the easy target as well. That increases some of the accuracy. Runner goes, swinging and miss.
Wow, great steal. Nobody was waiting for that one. Good steal there.
Here's Roberto Ramos, the man who's well talked about, well documented here in the XBL. He's got the power versus righties in the low pitch. I myself partial to that low pitch. I think the best players all do have it.
Yeah, he's not going to get a pitch.
He sees 4 balls, and there's 2 walks in the inning. And 2 on for the Surf. Clutch Gene and RBI hero. Smart by Max to put the RBI hero behind Ramos, where, you know, he's going to be getting on the base quite a bit. And Rick's not afraid to throw one off the plate either. Works at 2-1 once again.
Yeah, Ricks will walk 2 runs in if he thinks that's better than giving you a pitch.
Strike high, 2-2. The 2-2 on a line out there.
Oh, tough break.
Yeah, right on the nose at the third baseman. But a little bit too square there. Brings up Alma-Wummi. No speed for this catcher, but great power, great contact with the whiffer and the mind gamer traits.
Yeah, I think that mind gamer could come into play here. If Alma can get a pitch.
Checked, and then the 3-1. In there for a strike. It's payoff pitch now in this inning. The runners should be going. They are set to go. They do. It's swung on and missed, and Ricks is out of the inning.
Brutal pitch. That was wicked.
Give them a wedgie for a free slice of sushi poutine.
Going to the top of the second here. We're still 1-0 in this young season. 2 were left on there for the Surf. Voodoo Citrus gets a chance to hit. This one's missed down the middle by Max, and it's swung on right at underhanded, who catches it on a line.
The third baseman, number 44.
I think lefty's still settling in here a bit. Does have that falls behind trait, which is actually kind of a brutal. I'm using it myself, but I don't like it.
We see another high curveball. Seems to be a bit of the strategy here for Max. It's been working to an extent thus far. He has given up that run, and there's another hit.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Takumi
number
Fujiwara
2.
is the 8-hole hitter with the first pitch prayer.
See, you got to land that pitch. You got a first pitch prayer up there.
Checked the swing. Rick's jumping on these strikes for Max. This one off the glove of the diving left fielder. And there's 2 on with 1 out. Another dangerous situation from these hippies. The hippies, you know, quietly manufacture runs and quietly manufacture very successful season after season. So this is no surprise here early in season 19.
Yeah, this is a good example. I don't think Rick's was ranked very high, but Rick's is as good as anybody realistically when locked in.
Rick's is like the Bobby Abreu of AAA. This one's bunted on the ground in front of the plate, thrown to first.
Number 5.
And now we've got the leadoff hitter. That was a decent sacrifice from the pitcher, and there's 2 outs. Rick's going to try and get a hit here to knock these runs in. Cutter swung on, finds grass in center in front. Ramos at center field, going to throw it home. Not in time, as 2 runs will score, and it's 3-0 for the hippies.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 24.
Fastball hitter, Wonder Boy, fouls it straight back. Max trying to live on the inside portion of the plate, having little success so far. This one's popped up, will be fair. Oh, it's in no man's land out there in right field. And it's going to be in there for a hustle double.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Oh, wow. Everything going the hippies' way, Dwayne.
Yeah, hippies can't seem to find a way to get this third out. Max praying for it around any corner here. Let's see what he can do against Lena Hendricks, who's already looking quite dangerous, locked in the shortstop. And this one misses. It's hit hard up the middle. Another one going to come home and score the run. Rounds third. The throw from Ramos not in. Ooh, it is in time as the runner turns around.
Now batting, the catcher.
Yeah, I think lefty's just begging for a curveball to land right now. Can't locate anything. Wild swing.
Yeah, wild swing, wild pitch, but nobody moves up this time. So they're second and third with 2 outs. The hippies are up 4-0 in this young season 19. Opening day here in game number 1.
Yeah,
Rick is going to wait till he sees a strike here. He sees wildness.
What's a strike? That's down.
There is another full count. The payoff pitch here from Max. Misses high, so it's going to go ahead and load the bases.
I think we might need to see a reliever here. Things are not going lefty's way right now.
Curveball.
Oh.
Hit. Straight up the middle. 1 run will score. Another one comes around, and it's 6-0. It's another 2 RBI single. There's been multiple of those in a row here.
Wow, well off the plate, but attacked it.
And this one lifting there to right, and I think the Surf thankfully can find a way out of this inning. The 5-run inning, though, doing some damage from Ricks, brings up 6, 7, 8 from the Surf. Let's see if Max has an answer.
Yeah, way early considering Max's bat, but not what he was looking for here.
2-1 pitch to Arms Dakota. Max checks it. Straight in there. Now it's full quickly. Ball misses. Max has been exhibiting a good eye so far. This is 3rd walk of the game here in the 2nd inning.
Kobe, special.
Yeah, that's Oh.
Yeah, he hits that hard, dead center field, though. A little bit of air underneath it, and Shinjo makes the grab.
19. Olsen, underhanded.
Underhanded hits this through the hole between first and second. That will be a hit. It's 2 on, 1 out.
The pitcher, number 53.
So you got to lift here.
Yeah, Lefty Legend gets another chance to bat. Mac's gonna, I guess, leave him in for another chance to pitch, try and get some more extension out of him.
No, inside.
I think he thinks he can hit with him.
Strike in there.
That's a strike.
Counts full. And he swings late at the curveball.
Number 28. Liz Mullins.
Lineup turns over for Mullins. Mac's gonna try and find some 2-out success.
Nope.
2 straight balls makes it 2-0. Contact versus righties is a factor here.
It's inside.
This
Goalie
is a big
Franks
batter, Dwayne. Got to get something.
Nope. Ball 4.
works the
Oh,
wall.
she did.
Yep, bases loaded.
Now batting.
This is Hugh Mann, and you know who's on deck.
Number 9.
Uh-oh.
Man.
Roberto Ramos watch. If Hugh Mann can get a hit here.
You got to pitch to Hugh.
No, outside. That's
Checks
a
his swing.
strike. Down. Strike.
It's 2-2 count.
Nope.
Now the bases are juiced.
He has to throw a strike, and it's going to get hammered. Oh, and he missed it.
Max is
Oh,
late.
no.
He's having trouble
Right
with
down
that
the horn.
fastball. It's unfortunate
Yeah,
there.
he's been
for the
begging
serve.
for that pitch, and he got that pitch, but he was late.
Down 6 runs with the bases loaded. They had no way to catch up with that fastball. And we're into the top of the third here quickly, already a 2-out count.
Hi. Strike.
The 3-1 pitch and the hitter's count missed by Ricks. Makes it full. Lots of full counts in this game so far. And this batter will be walked.
Now batting. The second baseman. Number
Lefty
2.
is wild. I would have yanked him last inning. Now maybe he can turn things around, but it is not looking good.
This one hit up the middle. It's going to be another hit for Ricks. And there's 2 on with no out here in the third. And you got to think Ricks just wants to keep piling on.
The pitcher. Number 23. Goldie Franks.
There's the bunt. That's going to move the runners over. Pitcher makes the sacrifice.
Now batting. The
That's a good
fielder,
bunt.
Number 5.
Ball outside.
This one hit on the ground underhanded. Underhanded throws it to first. There's an out on the fielder's choice. Run does come across, makes it 7-0.
Number
So
24.
Sade Wonderboy wants to continue the inning, get this runner in from third. Backs him off the plate, does Max. This one's hit out there to left, and that will score the run. Now it brings up a big, important batter here, as the 10th potential run stands at the plate.
Number 3. Luna
Yeah, the problem with throwing these types of curveballs to someone like Ricks is kind of a poke hitter at times. You know, he doesn't mind you throwing a bunch of curves up there.
Yeah, seems like a lot of contact swinging here as well from Ricks, which tends to lend well to those missed curveballs in the zone.
Now, Lefty rattled.
Ball 4.
Works the walk. The inning continues with 2 outs for Fresa Bengata the third. There's a ball outside. You gotta think. You just want to lift. You gotta lift him.
I think it's orneriness at this point. He wants to leave Lefty in there and get the bats going. He just wants to get lucky to get out of this and maybe get some runs.
Strike.
Counts 3-1 here.
Take your base.
And this batter's walk, they're loaded.
Now batting. The left fielder.
It's
Number
Mikasa
25.
Ackerman at the chance to at the plate with bases loaded again. This one hit hard underhanded though, hit on the ground, thrown to first in time for the out, and that'll end the inning. So things are cleaned up there. 2 more runs do cross. So it's 8-0 Hippies. Max just wants to get it started, like you were saying. Ramos is late.
Yeah, you can't be late. You have to be laying into these now. You're down 8-0.
Nope, that's inside. Down.
Ball misses low. Gonna get something to hit here. No, he checks and walks for the second time in this game.
The first baseman, number 12.
Clutch Gene fouls it away. Ramos at first with good speed. Eyes up second, but does not steal. Gene with the RBI. Hero. You want to engage it. That or the clutch, but there's no pressure here either.
Yeah, if there's one thing we can say for the Surf is Max has shown a pretty good eye, just has been a little bit late on some key pitches.
3-2 pitch hit right at the third baseman and caught.
See, that was a good fastball. He was right on it.
Yeah, he squared it up maybe a little too hard there. And then hits into a double play with Woolmate, who has very little speed, and we're into the fourth.
I think that was a little bit of frustration. Really reached with Alma, which is not really Fireball Max's, go-to move.
Ooh, it's a missed changeup. Swung on, hit right up the middle. And Ricks hasn't had any issue with those missed pitches here tonight. Just been finding a way to get on base and find some grass out there in the outfield. Tons of hits here from the Hippies, and we see Mo Mula with another chance. Hits the tar out of that one over there to second base. Off for the first out.
Number 2.
Yeah, Ricks and the Hippies have been quite impressive here, even if it's just taking advantage of a pitcher that's dealt with adversity from the beginning. Just because somebody's losing pitches, you still have to hit them.
This one's popped up, broken bat behind first. Gene waves everyone off and catches it. There's 2 down.
Batting, the pitcher, number 23, Goldie Franks.
Goldie Franks, the pitcher's going to bat. Doesn't have a chance to do any sacrifice bunting here, so going to have to swing away in the third AB of the game for this pitcher. Looking locked in. Locked-in pitchers can do some weird stuff at the plate in this game. This one gets away from the catcher, and the runner will get up to second base there easily. 2-1 pitch. Swung on. It's out there into the right center field gap. Mullins has to get under horse. It's off the glove of the diving outfielder. The run will score. It's 9-0 Hippies.
Now batting, center fielder.
Ricks did get a hold of it with that locked-in pitcher, like I was just saying.
Yeah, you put the ball in play against a team that's struggling, you're probably going to get a hit.
Ooh, this one's crushed. Ramos, though, can get under it. There's tons of air. And that'll end the inning. One more run for the Hippies. We move to the bottom of the fourth. They have neglected to put up a 0 yet in this game.
Yeah, that's tough.
Number 30.
At home to boot.
Yeah, Max needs to stem the flow of the Hippies' run scoring and find a way for a Surf to get back into it, because if there's one thing you know about Fireball Max, if you watched any type of these match of the weeks or the big games from him before, is he's got that ability to put up runs and quickly.
Yeah, he's got to bite into Franks, who's a classic AAA XBL league pitcher. Franks is kind of rolling right now.
Third baseman, number 2, Kobe Special.
What's a strike? No. Strike.
Strike in there. It's a 1-2 pitch.
Nope, that's inside.
That misses low and inside.
That's inside. Take your base.
This batter's walked. I mean, these two have worked a ton of walks in this game. This is like getting up in some type of record territory, it feels like.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised with Maxi. He'll take the walk, which was really. I think when we look at game 2 coming up, even if the Surf go down here, Max's eye is a huge asset for the Surf. Just things have not gone the Surf's way here.
Fixing some volume here by request of Uni in the chat. Thank you very much, sir. We've got 2 on here in the bottom of the 4th. No speed, though, really, for Max to work with. Checks the swing. And this one misses high and away. Pinch perfect. Calde Jesus wants to swing away here. Is she going to get a hitter's pitch? And she's late on the heater. 3-2. Swing and a miss.
Nasty pitch.
Max finding it difficult to engage on the fastball. Brings us to Liz Mullins batting here. It's over the glove of the jumping shortstop, and that'll be the first run of the game here for the Surf. Max in there at second and third, just barely.
Yeah, I'm surprised Ricks threw that pitch. You can't throw lazy sliders to Fireball Max.
Yeah, Rick's kind of slipping up there for the first time in this one. It's still somewhat early in the bottom of the 4th. Max has to think about clawing back. This is the 90th pitch from Franks. What an odd game we've got on our hands as another walk has worked.
Yeah, this could turn around. Like I said, that eye of Maxi is absolutely perfect to go against Ricks.
Where's Roberto Ramos?
So you got to pitch to him.
Ooh.
Oh, that hurts.
Late. And then Max gets the low pitch, but he pops it up. Going to be caught out there for out number 3, and we're going to the top of the 5th.
Yeah, the Surf running out of gas early as things just have not come to fruition. There's been some threats, but that's been about it.
24.
Garrett Yates is out of the pen for New York. This high curveball popped up where Kobe Special makes the catch. Bringing up Luna Hendricks. Luna Hendricks is the 3-hole hitter who's already had a good game, 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and a walk. That one hit hard right at the second baseman, Dakota, on the ground for a quick out.
Now batting, the catcher, number 99.
The catcher being out of the 3rd will bat. That ball, the glove of the catcher, but it doesn't matter there. And it's quickly 0-2. This might be the quickest inning from Ricks here if Max can get out of it, but there's a single to extend it.
Ricks is hitting well. Ricks is kind of sending a message here that some of them rankings might be a bit off.
Yeah, very stubborn here tonight. Just putting up the runs in mid-season form, it seems like.
Yeah.
That's outside.
Exercising a good eye as well with Ackerman. And then this one is crushed out there. Left center field. Man's on the horse. He's going to dive. He can't get there. It's past him off the wall. Run's going to score. Ackerman's thinking about 3rd. She's going to get in there with a triple, and it's 10-1 hippies.
Yeah, and I hate to say this for the Surf, but if this is the pitching we're going to see this season, this is not going to go well for the Surf.
Boo Boo Citrus at the plate. Boo Boo Citrus hits it right over the head of teammate, maybe through her noggin, but we know that's a non-factor here in the world of Super Mega Baseball. And we've got a 1-2 count to Boo Boo.
Nope. No.
A little bit of heckling there from the crowd. We've got a 2-2 tie, and it's full. Big pitch here to Citrus. It's in the zone, and he swings at it, hits it up the middle, and there's the mercy run. It's going to come across the plate, but the Hippies are the away team, so Max has to get out of this inning.
Now batting, The third
He's got one
baseman,
more
there's
chance
one
to
thing-
bat.
44.
If there's one thing we know about Super Mega Baseball train, it's that the crowd is not going to let you off the hook.
The Hippies have just been piling on runs in this game. And this one
Oh, good
past
hit.
the jumping Max. It's on the ground and it's rolling slow. Ramos throws it in there to second base and prevents the run from coming across. So there's second and third.
Second baseman.
2 outs for
Number 2.
Fujiwara, wanting to extend the lead. It's on the ground, on to second, over to first in time. Max has one more chance to bat here and put up a run. Bottom 5 here. Game number 1, XBL Season 19 Match of the Week. So we've got another game here in this AAA set coming for you, as well as the AA and the XBL tonight. That was stung by Max. It's going to be a single. Both of those gearing up to start at 7 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Eastern, respectively. So mark your calendar tonight for that. Alma Woolmate wants to extend this game 1. Ricks wants to quickly get us to game 2. We'll see which one wins in this battle of push and pull as the specialist is in here out of the pen.
Yeah, Ricks knows how dangerous Fireball is at the plate, so he's going to come with the big boy right away.
It's popped up, foul territory, right field, playable and caught by Wonder Boy. There's out number 1. We're going to go ahead and see this batter here. It was Dakota. Dakota pops it behind second, caught again by Wonder Boy. There's 2 down. One more out here in the 5th. And that'll end this game in a mercy win in the favor of the Hippies. Let's see if it'll happen. Levi Ackerman has the specialist engaged. It's popped up, right field again. Wonder Boy waves everybody off. Makes the grab, and the first game of Season 19 ends in mercy fashion as Ricks takes away the W.
Yeah, everything went against New York there. You know, if there's one thing to say, New York did threaten with bases loaded a few times. It just seems like they couldn't break through. So, you know, end of day, we got to see way better pitching from the Surf. Now, maybe it's just Lefty got off to a bad start. We know there's always nerves at the beginning of the season. So I expect New York to put up a bit of a stand here in game 2, even though it's on the road.
Yeah, we'll have to see what type of heat the Surf can do to switch it up, or what they can bring. But either way, opening day coming right back at you in just a few moments. You guys hang tight and we'll bring you the game number 2 action. We load back in now, after I quickly jump scared you, to Bingata Bowl, as the Surf, the away team, take on the Hippies at their home. After the quick mercy in game number 1, let's see if they can get some revenge here to start off the AAA season.
Now batting, right field, number 28.
Liz Mullen's going to lead off. Masanori Murakami, the pitcher, going to get the nod here. First pitch swung on down the left field line. It's going to be fair. Max thinking about extra bases. He's going to go for the double to start things off. So better fortune for Max to start game number 2.
Left fielder, number 9, Hugh Mann.
Hugh Mann swings. There's some grass out there. I guess turf technically. And it's off the glove of the left fielder. The run's going to come across. And just like that, we've got a run here in this ball game.
Center fielder, number 10, Roberto Ramos.
Interesting that the Hippies are going with Bingata, not typically a popular stadium. It's an interesting stadium for sure.
No. Ball.
strike in there. There's one through the hole, so Max starting to line things up here. Maybe Bengata Bowl a little bit easier on his eyes at this moment.
It does have a good background, especially on this setting.
Clutch Gene looking to do some damage after Ramos made his way on base.
Ball outside.
It is Ramos' first hit of the season. His on-base percentage is doing quite well at this moment. This one hit, though, off the hands, over to second. On to first, the double play.
Oh, boy, wow. All those stats going to waste. That's what happens when you chase, right? Right, Train?
Yeah, can't be chasing, and those tailing fastballs that Ricks has on here on both of those, you know, the cutter and the two-seam, those things can be dangerous. You do not want to be reaching out of the zone for them. Murakami sees his pitch hit over to third. Mula picks it up. There's the first in time, but the Surf do score a run, and we go to the bottom half.
Yeah, kind of a tough finish to that half inning, but you did get a run here, which is a lot better than, you know, being behind the entire first game.
Pitching now is Everly Polbean.
Ball, that's low.
Everly looks at the 1-0 low.
Interesting low velo with a tough two-seam foul. Comes down the middle there.
Nope, that's high.
We'll see what type of strategy is employed here by Max with that pitcher here. Ends up giving up a walk to the leadoff hitter to start off this game number 2.
That's interesting. That looked like a strike to me.
It did indeed, but you know how things can get questionable with those high type pitches in this game. The zone stretches a little bit. As we see a hit, and then, or excuse me, runner on, and then a quick out. But then that is a hit as the runner goes, thinking about third. First to third is Ricks on the single.
Looking for the double play here.
Yeah,
if you
Max.
give up one, that's okay, but you got to get out of this. You can't linger in the first inning after getting blown out.
Nope,
Gotta pitch to some contact here and get the ground ball. Let's see how Max goes about it with the 4-seam, 2-seam cutter, changeup, and curveball on Polbean. Like you said, that low velo.
Again, I'm not sure what ump is looking at back there, but
Ball was hit well out to right. Going to be a sacrifice fly, and this game will be tied.
of course I'm known as a high fastballer, so I'm questioning those calls.
Strike in there.
ball.
And then that one misses low, brings us to a 1-1 count. Another strike in there. That is a great pitch there for Max. He's got to keep that location up. Steeler goes. Fouled away.
Ball, that's outside. Outside.
Misses away. Runner goes again. This one hit on the ground. Gene not going to bother with the runner at second. Heads to first. And that'll end the inning. We go to the top half of the second inning where 6, 7, 8 come to the plate.
Now batting.
A little bit lucky there. He meatballed it, but got a tough ground ball.
Ball, that's outside. That's a strike.
Ball outside and then a strike in there swinging. Next pitch swung on and missed.
It's inside.
So the 2-2 pitch
No.
checked.
Inside.
It's full.
Yeah, as tough as this pitcher looks on the mound, I think this is a pitcher that Max can handle. He doesn't mind that mid-velo, so even if you have junk, it won't. He's got a good eye, and he's not going to chase that.
Strike. That's outside. It's inside.
Ball in there becomes 3-1. Walk prone engages. Elite slider as well, but it misses outside, and there's another
Good
walk.
eye.
These two gotten a ton of walks in this series so far.
Olsen under.
I like the Surf so far in this game. I really do. Train. I could see the Surf splitting this series. Gonna have to have a little more luck and a little more execution than in game 1, though.
Strike
Oh,
in there.
again, right on it, but late.
The pitcher, number 22, Everly.
Yeah, Max has had
Colby.
some trouble with some of those, you know, tougher to get to fastballs early in this series. Definitely prevented him from scoring runs in the first game, and so far in the second,
The right fielder,
he
number
needs to
28,
catch up. He had a good
Lance
first inning. Let's see if he can
Mullins.
carry over into the second with these runners on base with 2 outs for Mullins as the lineup has turned over. Swung on and missed. 97. 2-1 pitch. Misses high. Another strike. Count runs full. Ooh, and Max
Oh,
accidentally
no.
sends
Might
the
have been a
runners.
mistake.
They're caught off.
Oh, it's even worse. Oh, that was okay. 2 outs. I thought he hung up both runners.
Yeah, no. Just thankfully the 1 out. But either way, I think he was trying to cue them to run on the full count, but accidentally sent them.
That's a strike.
Tough break there for Max. Ball lifted. Dakota behind second makes the grab, and there's 1 down in the bottom half of the second for the Hippies. Mo Mula will get a chance to bat. Batting .667 here on the young season.
Strike.
No, Mula hasn't been that bad so far. He's been a lot better than Lefty. We've seen some pretty good quality pitches at times here, but still needs to tighten it up even more.
The 2-1 pitch. Misses low and swung on and lifted to Mullins out and right. Ricks kind of went fishing there out of the zone and brings up Fujiwara.
Yeah, I think Max got bailed out there on the red circle. I think it ended up, near the edge.
That's outside.
The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit up the middle. Fujiwara going to find a way on base here with 2 outs.
It's just a good hit. That was a great pitch location. But as we know, Terrain, that spot right under the middle of the plate tends to lead to balls up the middle.
Outside.
And, you take your chances even if it's off the plate.
You bet that's a strike.
This one hit hard up the middle as well. Ricks is just finding ways to square up every baseball in the zone. It's really, really impressive here.
That was a really good swing that he caught up on that pitch. That was not a bad high fastball. Ricks can get to the ball at times.
That's a strike and a half, my
A
friend.
contact swinging approach proves to work well when you're patient and, just waiting for those misses from the pitcher. Curveball in there, swung on, crushed,
That was
right
not
center
it.
field. Off the Bengata wall, 1 run's gonna score. Here comes another around third. It will be a triple, and it's 3-1 Hippies.
Number 24.
They're ahead once again here, having taken game number 1. This one lifted out to right, and that'll be out number 3. But tons of work done with 2 outs in this series, and some more of it done there. We will see the top of the 3rd.
Liz Mullins.
Yeah, I think Max's problem today so far has been meatballing the curveball. Some of the other pitches he's landing fairly well, but he does throw a ton of curveball. So if he's not hitting that pitch, as has been the case today, it's really not good, especially against a contact or a mixed hitter.
Yeah, it's definitely tough breaks for Max trying to find that location in the
Center
zone.
fielder, number 10.
Brings up Roberto Ramos, though. Let's see if he can do some damage. He's batting against Murakami. He sees a strike. 1-1 pitch. Oh, and he does not pull the trigger. Perhaps being a little too patient there. And makes it 2-2. Oh, the high slider.
rough
Back
slider.
door.
Oh,
Gets him
boy.
looking.
Slugger feeling sluggish. Get
Beautiful
We all
pitch
hate
from
that.
Ricks.
We all hate that pitch, Dwayne. We hate that pitch.
That's a beautiful pitch from Ricks, though, to just get it right in the zone. Not one you want to swing at, but you got to do something to fight it off. And you see a good job there. by the pitcher. Now he's got another chance to hit, another chance to do some damage and add to the lead. Max needs to tighten things up, and there's a great play by underhanded, thrown to first in time.
Oh, I think he thought he caught the ball.
Yeah, maybe. Do you think he had a chance at a double play there?
He definitely had a chance to throw to second base, regardless.
Yeah, and get the lead runner. But the runner's at second now with one out.
Yeah, I think he just thought he caught the ball is what happened, Train.
I and many other people probably did as well, so.
Yeah.
3-1 pitch, swung on by Ackerman. Hugh-Man has to catch it out there. He does. The runner's caught off second. The throw no, is not in time, but it was close.
That's why you got to have that cannon arm in left field, a la Oxbox.
Yeah, you know, you want to have it anywhere when you need to make a play like that. Dakota thrown over to first quickly. There's 3 outs. So there's a 0 put up on the board by the Hippies. That might honestly be the first one. And we go and see Clutch Gene here hit in the 4th. Broken bat over to third, caught by Mula.
Now batting, the catcher, number 24.
I still like the Surf in this game. They've got to really tighten things up. They got to, you know, really dig deep here because Ricks is a tough customer.
You bet that's a strike.
Quickly 0-2 to Alma Woolmate. She sees one in the left-hand batter's box there for a ball, but it's 1-2. Swing and a miss on the off-speed.
Wow,
Change
that's
up
an
got her.
interesting swing. You don't usually see that from Maxie.
Dakota.
No, inside.
Must have been sitting dead red heater there. He's ages ahead of the fastball, or the changeup.
Right.
That's inside.
It's 2-0. Murakami, the pitcher. Again, he's got a high pitch count for, you know, as early in the game as it is, 53.
You bet that's a strike.
Max wanting to get some more results there out of that. Swing and a miss on the 96.
Wow, 2 down the middle from Ricks. That's unusual.
Ball, take a base.
Works the walk. Max,
All right,
though,
you
having
got
trouble with the
something out of
ball
it.
in the zone. He's having trouble with the missed fastball in the zone. Balls he should be crushing. He hits one there. It's the dead center, but it's lifted and it's catchable. There's out number 3.
Fans, unfortunately, we've had to cancel the
Yeah. Max's calling card is to punish mistakes, not to stand there mishitting them.
That's outside.
3-1. Swung on up the middle. Ramos throws it in from center field to second. There's a leadoff runner on for the center fielder, or second baseman, Fujiwara. Change up in the zone taken for a strike. Runner goes.
Wow, completely took the Surf by surprise there. No reaction at all.
Yeah, not even a throw. Ooh, caught there by the pitcher, though. Nice snag. Quick line out. Murakami, the pitcher. He's locked in, looking to hit here with the runner on second. And it's swung on right at the third baseman on the line. There's 2 down. This one on a line to Dakota, and it's caught for out number 3.
Pitch. Completely sucked him into the cut fastball.
Yeah, really good cutter there, and that's what you want to see more of from Max here in this game as he tries to keep it close. A 3-1 game where it's very reachable for him and his Surf. Lineup has turned over and underhanded bats. Or excuse me, he bats 8th here, so will turn over soon.
Oh, again, right on that puppy, but late.
Number 22.
Way late on the fastball. Ricks has just been placing it, I guess, strategically when necessary. It's well done.
Now batting.
Good swing from the pitcher there. Just didn't get the grounder to go through.
You bet that's a strike.
0-1 pitch.
That's a strike.
Strike in there. And then the 0-2 off the hands, lifted to left. It's going to be caught out there by Ackerman. There's out number 3.
Yeah, see, this is the type of game train where there's not been a ton of scoring from Ricks. I mean, 3 is nice, but against Max, it's really not that much. The Surf have not gotten the bats to really cook.
That's down. Ball outside.
Ball misses outside. Everly Polbean still going at it. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Strike in there. Wonder Boy looking for something to hit. Curveball lifted out there into center in front of Ramos. And there's a
Wow.
single.
Why would you throw a curveball there?
He's been throwing quite a few curveballs here tonight. Has been a little bit careless with the location. Ricks has been taking advantage.
That's down.
It's a 2-0 pitch here from Polbean now with that runner on first, and it's crushed out there. Ramos though should be
a
able
little
to get
bit
it.
lucky.
Yeah,
Good
hanging
swing
out there
from
in left
Ricks.
center. A little bit of air up and underneath of it. Catchable there for Ramos. Brings up Bengata. Speaking of Bengata, he's at Bengata Bowl. That must be some sort of choice by Ricks. Want to know the lore behind that?
Yeah, I consider Bengata a fairly large stadium, wouldn't you, Train?
Absolutely, yes. Having played there many seasons, it's definitely got its cavernous capabilities, but it's also got some short fences in the corners.
Yeah, it does, but with Ricks's pitching, I think, having, certainly you want a larger ballpark.
Yeah, on the
Oh, that's a good swing.
Stadium square footage calculator, it's definitely up there in the higher categories. As we find that, the ball rolls out there in that right center field gap for a double for Max.
The center fielder, number
That's a
10,
big part of the reason why. It's got a ton of space. Berto Ramos checks it there. It's a strike. Top 6. Down 3-1. The Surf have kept it a lot closer than last game so far.
Need something from Robbie right here. At least a walk. At least a walk.
Checks the swing. It's 3-1. Ball misses high, and there is the walk.
There you go. Yeah, no. So you're in business here.
The first baseman, number 12.
Look at Gene's stats.
Yeah, look at him. Clutch and RBI hero. All you got to do is get him locked in to get that power almost maxed out. Let's see if he can do something.
Oh, bringing in Sailor Moon.
Reverse splits.
A call to Pizza Volcano here. Apparently, Hexted got some kind of a loan here to get Sailor Moon over here.
You see if she's got what it takes to get Clutch Gene out with the RBI here on the clutch. The pressure is high. Max checks it. 2 on, no out. This pitch swung on.
Oh, good
Right
hit.
center field gap. Run's going to score coming around third. Another one's going to get to third there. So there's a good single by Max.
Number 24.
Ball off
Yeah.
the zone.
I was just going to say, Train, that those batting stats paid off. That was a wicked pitch outside of the corner. But with those kinds of stats, you can get hits on that.
So first and third, Woolmate lifts it to center. This is enough for a sac fly. You'd have to think the throw's going to come to the plate. Here it comes. Ooh, safe.
Mistake. Come on, Ricks. That's not Ricks baseball. You got to throw to second.
Yeah, runner gets ahead there on the second tag up. We're at a tie game now, folks. Max wants to come away with the split. Let's see if he continues to fight. Arms Dakota at the plate. Runner in scoring position, less than 2 outs. Things are looking good for the Surf all of a sudden. Momentum swinging their way as it's off the face
Oh, no.
of Sailor Moon. Thinking about home, nobody was covering.
Oh, he's done.
Nobody was
he's
covering
done.
home. That would have been crazy.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow, what a moment.
Surf is down. Surf is down.
They would have been in a foot race. Oh, wow. Some hilarity here. Difficult to describe it as fast as it all happens, as you know, in this game. We're at a tie ball game. Bottom of the 6th. Opening day is the only type of day that can bring such excitement, you know?
Interesting to see Polbean out there. Like I said, Polbean's done a pretty nice job. Just avoid those meatball curveballs.
Did the Surf bring their bullpen here tonight to the Bengala Bowl? They leave them back at Apple Field. You'd have to wonder. You saw Lefty going, further than was many believe necessary in the last game as well. This one's lifted for Ramos. High in the air. Could hit the roof. Doesn't, thankfully, and there is one out. It would be nice if it could hit the roof. That'd be interesting. Ball hit, right at underhanded and caught.
I'm telling you, Polbean is doing a fairly decent job. Just got to keep landing something.
A strike in there.
Good pitch. That's a good pitch too. You just, don't throw that curveball at this point. It's gotten totally punished. Oh.
A beautiful fastball gets him looking. Ricks was totally frozen. Was right at the knees. Max finding some location here. He's warming up on the pitching here in game 2. And we're into the 7th. This game moving with some haste. On our next game, only 30 minutes away, we've got the AA kicking off with Malik Dragonborn and Jay Ank, Team Enemigos, versus the College Humor Dropout. It's going to be an exciting one there in the AA to kick off their season just 30 minutes from now.
Yeah, that's going to be a war of flamethrowers. I really think that's going to be high-scoring train. I can't imagine that not being high-scoring.
Following that, as you know, XBL kicks off as well at 9 p.m. between Pizza Volcano and Spaceman Spumoni. Another high-flying matchup where the title defense begins for Spaceman and another quest for a title begins for Pizza Volcano. A big power hitter and another very talented player in this league. So we are very interested to see how all things play out tonight. And after that, everybody will be free to play their games when the lobby codes go out. And, it's exciting to be back here on the precipice of another great season. Quickly into game 2 of season 19 in the AAA, we see a pinch hit opportunity here for Max. And Max will see, looks like Pewter Jones stepping out here into the left-hand batter's box, or as a pinch runner.
Right. Got a big hitter up here, though. Let's go.
This one hit through the hole. And there's 2 on.
And you got to really credit Maxie. Maxie has really, stepped up after a tough game 1.
That's down. That's a strike.
Q-Man sees a strike in there. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed.
No.
2 outs now, and Roberto Ramos steps to the plate.
All right. Got to get something here. You'll probably get a walk is what you'll get, but there's even worse behind him, so I'm not sure. Ricks is probably smart enough to realize he has to pitch here. Good cutter. Oh, how do you lay off of that, Robbie?
Ooh, it's broken bat. Shortstop makes the grab. Roberto Ramos put away there in a big moment.
That's classic Rick strain. He gave him nothing.
Yeah, Ricks is very, very tight on the mound and just finds a way to get you to swing at that stuffed tail off the plate every single time. And it's a 3-3 game in the bottom of the 7th after a quick stretch, and the pitcher's going to bat. Yates on the hill. Garrett Yates. Decent velocity, decent accuracy, low jump.
And make no mistake, Train, I guarantee you, Ricks was well aware that Fireball Max did not react to that cutter on the plate, and then he burned him up on a chase pitch.
The first pitch of the next at-bat goes high for Shinjo. The runner goes. It's going to be a steal. Runner's in scoring position now for the Hippies. Trying to get ahead here late in the game.
Yeah, you really don't want to give up a run here if you're the Surf.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Wow.
Gets him waving at that heater. Well placed
good
from
pitch.
Max.
Great pitch.
On the ground, Dakota. Throws it to first in time for the out. Runner moves over to third. But there's 2 down now. Luna Hendricks needs a hit to extend the inning and get the lead for the Hippies. Change up, lifted, center
Great
field.
pitch.
Ramos, he can catch it. Nice job there from Max to hold it.
Yeah, that was an excellent, absolutely fantastic swing from the Hippies, but the pitch was so tough down low that he popped it up and he couldn't get any kind of distance on that. And we know being God in center field is probably the worst.
Clutch Gene batting, looking to try and get a lead for his team. He's got Clutch engaged here. Down 2 strikes now, 1-2.
You know, I'm gonna blatantly admit that I'm rooting for the Surf here because, you know, Rick's has a win under his belt. I've always said you want to see a split on Match of the Week if you're a player, and I think Max has earned it, but he's got to follow through here.
Yeah, Max needs to find a way to score that run. Maybe a few more here in the 8th. Behind the fastball, 98 specialist as well to contend with, and Whiffer has been engaged.
Still has power.
2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike number 3 brings up Arms Dakota.
30, Arms Dakota.
Dakota checks the swing there. It's a strike though.
That specialist really biting into Maxie.
Swung on the ground. Citrus picks it up, takes it over to first in time for the out. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 4, 5, 6 are coming up for the Hippies now, and Ricks wants to try and break this tie.
Look at the location from Maxie, though. This shows you he can do it. He can do it. He really has to dig in.
Oh, the missed fastball kind of dinked there by Ricks, but gets a single. You got that funny little bat noise.
Not the best pitch there.
Number 25.
High curveball, next pitch. Bunted there, right down the left.
Oh, got to get one somehow.
That was a beautiful bunt.
Oh.
Nice sacrifice. The bottom of the 8th, Ricks wants to manufacture that one run that'll make the difference.
Right,
See if
he might swing at anything here.
Citrus wants to get that runner across. Yeah, just waiting for a strike. The 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Yates has some velo. 2-1, swung on and missed again.
Nasty. He's got to land one more.
2-2 pitch, big moment in this game. The changeup. Checked
Right
by
on the
Ricks.
money.
Gets him looking.
Now batting, a third baseman, number 44.
Strike in there with 2 outs now.
Wow,
scoring
look
position.
at Maxie landing pitches. That was crazy. He
Yeah,
had
he
a good
almost
run
hits
there.
him with the next one, but
Of course.
as soon as he said something, he let one slip. But we got 1-2 here. Big moment in this game. 1-2. Ricks crushes it. Ramos going to be back there. He calls him off. Makes the grab. And we go to the 9th inning, tied up here at 3-3.
Another example of a fantastic swing from the Hippies, but the pitch was dead corner, and it killed all of the Mo.
Ball swung on, lifted, left field. Going to be caught out there by Ackerman.
Now batting,
So there's 1 out for Colson underhanded. Still contending with the specialist. Checks it. 1-0 pitch. Checks it again. The 2-0 swung on out there.
I was just gonna say it, Train. As much as that specialist is killing him, we know Max does not need a reticle to get on a pitch.
We're going to see a pinch hitter, the pinch perfect. Kyla De Jesus get a hit, or a chance to hit, excuse me, here with the pressure at 4 bars. Takes the strike right on the corner. What a beautiful pitch from Ricks. Pickoff. Good speed at first, swung on a line to second, caught for out number 2. We're in the 9th here of game number 2, folks. Liz Mullins swings, hits it up the middle. It's going to be a single. Puts him in scoring position. Hugh Mann wants a 2-out hit now for a way to get on base. Takes the
We know
ball.
who's up next.
Patience now. Let's see. Oh, the ball hit.
Oh,
Right
that's
center field
huge.
gap. Rounding third is Max. 1 run will score. And they're in second and third. It's 4-3 Surf.
Wow.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Oh boy, here we go.
He's clutched it up, and now Ramos will bat. You gotta intentionally walk this man here, you'd have to think. But that would bring up the
Yeah.
RBI hero. This is how you build the team.
Number 00.
But it's even worse behind him. I mean, it's bad.
That's a strike.
Unintentional,
that's a
intentional
pitch.
walk perhaps, but there's a ton of velo here.
Oh,
Ooh, we
don't
got some
swing
fishing.
it. No, you can't fish. Can't fish.
0-2.
He's not going to put a pitch on the plate.
Swung on and missed.
Oh,
101
he
on the
took it to
gun.
him.
Ramos strikes out, but it's 4-3 Surf. And now, can Max close the door for the split after getting mercied in game number 1? Can he turn everything on its head?
Wow, that's classic Ricks. He realized that the batter behind Ramos was too dangerous to mess with, so he just took it to him.
Strike in there for Mosquito Repellent. That's the name of the pitcher
boy.
here, with a big shout out to our man Mist in the name. He's got some juice on him. The closing pitcher with the 95
Oh,
inside
that's
on the
wicked.
hands. Strike 3 for out number 1.
I hate sub.
Maybe that's why he got the name. The 1-0 pitch becomes 2-0. Sesh Stone is the pitcher batting for Rick, so Max
Oh,
wants to
look at
find his
him.
own.
I'm telling you, Maxie is landing some pitches here at times.
He's juiced up,
He-
wants to get a dub here. It's lifted though. Ramos, can he get there? He's
No!
gonna slide. It's a hit. Single here.
Now batting, the center fielder. Number 5.
Maxie's showing some real resilience. He does not want to go away empty-handed here.
1-0 pitch, strike in there. We're at the top of the order. The runner goes, the pitcher. It's fouled away, so we're going to reset. Change up, runner goes again. It's fouled away. Interesting strategy from Ricks. What's Max going to do here? On 1-2, he's patient.
That's it. Wait it out. Don't throw over. Wait it out.
The heater just misses.
Oh, no way.
An inch outside there. The next one, runner goes, throw down to second in time. There's out number 2. What a gun
Monster.
from Max. 99 throw. The 3-2 pitch. Over to second, Dakota dives, makes the play, throws it to first in time for the out. Max wins.
Crazy.
Wow. That was intense. For a regular season game, that was really, really, really intense for an ending. Wow. Great job. Amazing game from Max. What a comeback.
Yeah, I'm so happy for Max. God, he took it on the chin in game 1. Couldn't get anything going. Stepped it up massively against, a previous, I believe, finalist or probably finalist, semifinalist, finalist, I believe. He beat Ed on a crazy play, but yeah, wow, Maxie. Great job. Nice split. Two classic AAA players.
2 veterans duking it out on opening day. I mean, what more can you want? Honestly, on opening day of season 19 of the XBL. It's a huge culmination of what we've been building up here for the start of this season. To come out with 2 bangers like that. The first game had a ton of runs from Rick's, classic XBL Mercy style game. Where things go a little bit quickly, but then the next one was back and forth, gritty, all the way through. Both players had their moments, had their chances, and Max came away with the victory. So it's everything you could have wanted, and more to come tonight. Like we said, we got the traditional triple header on our hands as AA and XBL are coming up at 7 Eastern and 9 Eastern respectively. So yeah, Mystery Man, this was a really fun one to get to call. What do you think?
Yeah, it really was. I mean, I don't think Rick's is disappointed. He knows he should have won game 2, but at the same time, Max took it to him on the mound. There, he was wild. He's always going to be wild, but he landed some crazy clutch pitches, and sometimes you can be wild and land a couple of 2 or 3 pitches that just completely destroy the momentum of your opponent, and it seemed like we saw that there. And then, a couple nice, perhaps semi-lucky, but some good plays at the end from Max to really finish it out there.
Yeah, really valuable split, in the grand scheme of things where it's going to be a dogfight this season to get wins all up and down the board. Like we talked about earlier, this AAA is packed with players, as big as it's ever been. 40 plus game season. So we started off here tonight. We'll have more to come here in the AAA and more as the weeks go on. But opening night continues in just 15 minutes time with the AA. So without further ado, me and Mist are going to close it up, pass it on over to our colleagues, and we'll see y'all in about 15 minutes. Hang tight.